Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the chapter The Adventures of Toto, written by Ruskin Bond. Do you know that Ruskin Bond was born on 19th May 1934 in Punjab? He has won several writing competitions in the school, and most of his works are influenced by life in the hill stations where he spent his childhood. He has also got many awards like Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra. He was also awarded with Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. Through this chapter, he just wants to give us a message that we should love animals, and he is sharing an experience of keeping wild animal as a pet. You all must have heard that we are as dog, cat, parrot as a pet animals. But here the Toto is a monkey. So the author wants to share his experience of keeping the wild animal monkey as a pet. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. So the grandfather has brought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. Means for 5 rupees he has purchased the Toto, the monkey. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough. Means that monkey was kept tied to a feeding trough where he could be fed with the food, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. He was tied to the feeding trough in the Tonga driver's house. So when the grandfather saw him, he just decided at that moment that he would take that little fellow, that little monkey, to his private zoo. The grandfather was having a private zoo at his home, so he decided that that monkey should be added to his zoo. Toto was a pretty monkey. He was very pretty. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief. Sparkled means shined. His bright eyes were shining with mischief. He was very mischievous. Beneath deep set eyebrows, means his eyebrows were very deeply, and they were highlighted, and his eyes were shining very much, and his teeth, which were pearly white means they were shining brightly, were very often displayed in a smile. Displayed in a smile means they were shining very brightly when that monkey smiles, and that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. And that smile of the monkey frightened. Frightened means make them scared. Elderly means old Anglo-Indian ladies, old aged Anglo-Indian ladies who, after seeing his smile, they get frightened. They were afraid of him. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Means his hands looked dried up, means they were very much dried. They were dried as though they had been pickled in the sun. Pickled in the sun means they were kept in the sun to be dry for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked. Fingers means his fingers were quick and wicked. Wicked means they were naughty. They were playing a mischief. They were doing mischiefs. His fingers were very quick, very fastly, and his fingers were doing a mischiefs. And his tail, while adding to his good looks, means grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks. What does the grandfather believes? That the tail of any person can make him look beautiful. So grandfather said that his tail was aiding his good looks. Also served as a third hand. You all know that the tail of a monkey or of any animals, it serves them as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch. You might have seen the monkey hanging from the branch. So that monkey used to hang himself from a branch by using a tail, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. Scooping up, see, and that tail used to help him to hang himself on a branch, and it was capable of scooping up. Scooping up means to lift anything quickly, and delicacy. Delicacy means softly. Scooping up any delicacy means any soft things. He can lift up with the help of his tail, and the things which were out of reach of his hands, he used to take these things very softly from his, but with the help of his tail. Grandmother always first when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. First, here the grandmother always first. First means she was always annoyed. Whenever grandfather used to bring any other animal or bird to add to his private zoo, grandmother was very much angry. She was very much annoyed of him. So this time also, grandfather decided that he will take this Toto, that animal and that monkey, as a pet for his home. But he knew that grandmother will be very much angry. So he decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. So he decided that he should hide about the Toto's present, and when she will be in a good mood, at that time he will inform her. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall. So, what they did? The grandfather and the author put that monkey in a little cupboard. In a little cupboard, which that cupboard was opening in the bedroom of the author, where he was tied securely. Means that monkey was tied with the cupboard, and that cupboard was opening in the bedroom of the author, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. Peg means a little socket which was fastened into the wall, and through that the monkey was tied. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as a naked brick and plaster. So after some time, grandfather and the author decided to release the Toto to make him free. But when they came back to the room, what they found? They found that the walls, earlier the walls were covered with some papers, the golden papers or some ornamental, some papers they were covered. So at that place, now there was no wall, only the brick, and all the bricks and plasters all were removed from that. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket. Wrenched means pulled out. The peg, that the big nail was, which was capped in that, fixed in the wall, that came out from the socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there. See, the author's school blazer was hanging there on the wall and was in shreds. Shreds means they were torn into pieces. Shreds means they were torn into pieces. That means the wall was out and the blazer which was hanging there on the wall, it was torn into pieces. I wondered what grandmother would say. So now the author and grandfather both were very surprised at what they will tell to grandmother. But grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. He seemed pleased. Means, at that moment, the grandfather, instead of worrying, he was very much pleased with Toto's performance. Whatever he has done, he was very happy. He is clever, said grandfather. And he said that he is very clever. Given time, I'm sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. So now what the grandfather said that if he had got time or if he had been given time and he was sure enough that that monkey would have tied the torn pieces and he would have made the rope with that torn pieces of the blazer and would have escaped from the window. But still he was there. He has not gone anywhere. His presence in the house is still a secret. Till now, his presence was still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage. Cage means pinjara. So now from the room, Toto was transferred to a big cage. Big cage in the servants' quarters where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. And in that servants' quarter, number of grandfather's pets, they lived together happily and they all were friendly. They were all happy. In that zoo, private zoo, there were tortoise, pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. But when that monkey was kept with them, that monkey didn't allow any of his companions means any of the animals living there to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. So instead of leaving him at home, grandfather decided to take him to Dehradun with him because he has to go there to collect the pension. So he decided that he would take Toto with him. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip. Unfortunately means unluckily. Author was not able to go with the grandfather on that trip. But he told me about it afterwards. So whatever had happened with him in that trip, the grandfather had told everything to the author. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. So, in order to take him to the Saharanpur, the grandfather brought a big black canvas bag and this with some straw at the bottom. Straw means dry leaves and dry stems were kept at the bottom of the bag. Became his new abode. Abode means a place where the author has kept the monkey in the bag, and in that bag they have put some straws on which the monkey should be kept. When the bag was closed, There was no escape. They thought that when they are closing the zip of the bag, then the monkey will not escape from that bag. But what happened? Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. They thought that Toto could not get his hands through the opening, means that Toto cannot bring his hand out through the openings, and the bag which was made of canvas, and that canvas was very much hard that he could not bite them. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. So instead of coming out from that bag, what he can do only, he can only roll on the floor of that bag and occasionally jump into the air. Occasionally means not frequently, sometimes he can jump into the air with the bag. An exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. So that can be converted to the exhibition, and that can attract the passengers, that can attract the onlookers and on the Dehradun railway platform. That can collect the crowd. If the Toto jumps in the bag or the bag rolls around, then the whole crowd can get uh, together there and can make the exhibition. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. Means when till the Saharanpur came, Toto was in the bag itself. But as when the grandfather wants to give the ticket to the railway ticket collector, what happened there? The Toto poked his head out of the bag. He pushed his head, poked means pushed his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. Grin means he showed his teeth, white teeth. When the Toto poked his head out of the bag and gave a big smile to the ticket collector, that the poor man was taken aback, but with great presence of mind, and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly." So that ticket collector was taken aback, but he used his presence of mind there, and he said, "Grandfather, that you have brought a dog with you. So for dog, you will have to pay for it. That means you will have to take a ticket for the dog." In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. So now what happened? Now the grandfather was very much annoyed that he took out the monkey from the bag, and he said that this is a monkey, not a dog, and not a quadruped. Means it is not a four-legged animal. It is only two-legged animal. So okay, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. So now grandfather has to pay 3 rupees for his ticket. Then grandfather, just to get his own back, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" So now what happened? Grandfather took out the tortoise from his pocket and said, "What should I pay for this animal, because you are charging for all animals?" The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look and said, "No charge. It is not a dog." So, what he said, after touching the tortoise with his forefinger, he was very happy, and he felt very happy, and with an excitement, with rejoicing voice, he said that no charge. It is not a dog, so you will not have to pay for a tortoise. When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable, where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. So, when grandmother accepted the Toto, so that Toto was allowed to live with other animals in a stable. Stable means cattle shed. Cattle shed where all animals live together. So, there, his companion was a donkey named Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. So at night, when grandfather just went to the stable to see whether he is comfortable there or not, or other animals are comfortable with him or not, so to his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from bundle of hay. So what he found? He found that a rope which was hanged in the neck of the donkey, and that donkey was trying to keep her head, moving her head as far as possible from the bundle of hay. Hay means chara, जो इन लोग को खाने को दिया जाता है, that. So what he was doing, that donkey was moving his head away from that hay. Grandfather was not at all able to understand why he is doing this. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches. So, what he did, he just gave him a slap. The haunches, haunches means that hind part of an animal with four legs. You all know the hind part of the animals. So, what he did, he just gave a slap across her haunches, and she jerked back, and that donkey just moved back, dragging Toto with her. And Toto was with her. He had fastened on to her long ears with his sharp little teeth. So, what had Toto done? He has fastened himself to his long, means he was just hanging himself on the long ears of the donkey, and he has uh, he has been holding those ears, long ears of the donkey with his sharp little teeth. Toto and Nana never became friends. So, throughout the life, Toto and Nana never became a friend. A great treat for Toto during cold winter evenings was the large bowl of warm water given him by grandmother for his bath. So, during winter season, grandmother used to give him warm water to take a bath. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath. So, what he used to do? He just used to check the temperature of the water with his hand, and then he used to put his first foot on the bathtub, then the other, as he had seen me doing. Means he had seen doing this with the grandfather. So he also used to do the same thing. First, he will watch the temperature of the test the temperature of the water, whether he would be able to put his feet in the then. First, he will put one foot inside it and then his second foot until he was into the water up to his neck. So he used to keep himself inside the water till his neck is fully dipped in it. Now, once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. So, now when he is relaxed in the water, now what he will do? He will take the soap in his hands and then he will rub that soap all over his body. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. When the water becomes cold, he would get out from that and run quickly and he would go to the kitchen fire and in order to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feelings would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. So when he is doing these things, at that time, if anyone laughs at him, then he would refuse to go for the bath. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. So one day, what happened with him? A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. So one day he found that a large kettle was there on the fire, and in that kettle, the tea was boiling. Tea was boiling, and he thought that the water is boiling for him to take the bath. So what he did? He just decided to remove the lid. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in. So he just took out the lid out of the kettle, and after touching the water's temperature, he just thought that it is warm enough that he could get inside that kettle, and so he just went inside that kettle and with his head sticking out from the open kettle and his head was out of the kettle. This raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. So when he raised his hand outside the kettle, it was very cold. So he thought that it is cold outside. He decided that he should again sit down. He continued hopping up and down for some time. So what he did, he just started hopping for some time and find until grandmother arrived and hauled him. He was just jumping in the water, and now when the grandmother arrived and started shouting at him, he was half boiled out of the kettle. When he was taken out, he was half boiled. Why? Because that kettle was kept on the fire and he thought that it is a water for him to take the bath. So he kept in that kettle and he was boiled. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. So what the grandfather and author said that if a brain is made for any mischievous things and that brain is fully developed in the Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. He is always tearing. Tearing means making into pieces, cutting things into pieces. So what he was always doing, he was always tearing the things into pieces. Whenever one of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of a dress and tear a hole in it. So whenever author's aunt came near to the author, so that Toto, he always used to tear the dress of of his auntie and just make a hole in it. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. So at the lunchtime, on a large plate, a pulao was there on the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. Stuffing means he was eating. When they entered the dining room, when they approached to the dining table, they found that Toto was eating the rice. My grandmother screamed. Screaming, shouted. So my grandmother shouted, and Toto threw a plate at her. So Toto got angry and he threw a plate at her. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. And when his aunts rushed towards the Toto in order to move him back, so that Toto just threw a glass of water on the face of the aunt. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. So when the grandfather came there, Toto picked that dish of pulao and he went out through the window. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree. Jackfruit, kathal. Jackfruit means kathal. So when they came out to search for the Toto, they found that Toto was on the branch of the jackfruit tree. The dish is still in his arms. So that plate full of rice was still in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice. So he was there all the afternoon and he was eating very slowly the rice, determined on finishing every grain. Means he doesn't want to leave a piece of grain on the plate. So he decided to finish it. And then, in order to spite grandmother, who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. So, what happened? He knew that the grandmother had shouted at him, he screamed at him. So, in order to take a revenge of her, he just threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight. Means when that plate broke into pieces, 100 of pieces, with that sound of each pieces, he was feeling very happy. He was shouting. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we would keep for long. So it was decided that Toto is not a sort of pet that we can keep it in a home for a long time. Even grandfather realized that. We were not well to do and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains, and wallpaper. See, nobody can afford such type of losses. Means every day a loss of plates, clothes, curtains. Nobody can face that problem. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. So now the grandfather went again out in order to search for the Tonga driver from whom he has purchased the Toto, and he again sold that Toto back only for 3 rupees. See, he has purchased him for 5 rupees, but now he has sold that bag only in the 3 rupees. So this was the story of the adventures of Toto, the monkey. So we come to know that the wild animals should not be made as a pet. They cannot be kept as a pet because of their habits. But we should love animals and we should try to give respect to them also. Okay? Thank you.